And as we have been programmed mentally, intellectually, one must be aware of this being programmed. Like a computer.
The programming that we are constantly assaulted by throughout our life conditions us. It programs us to a particular worldview.
Is they are absolutely propagandizing the world with all of their theses about the nature of the universe that we live in, where we come from, our origins, the origin of the universe, and so forth.
The project is literally the secularization of the world, to completely strip the world from religious beliefs. This is the project, and that is why it is called Novus Ordo Seclorum, a new secular or worldly order.
A new study says the news media have been pushing a gospel of godlessness on the American public.
All of you are engaged in running your mouths, doing your business, multiplying, buying houses, cars, business, whatever you're doing. And when you're told about God, religion, life, morality, you're saying, look, I ain't got no time for that.
Because this media is here and designed to make sure that they ask no critical questions. To make sure that the only thing that they are concerned about is having a good time. The only thing they're concerned about is filling their bellies. The only thing they're concerned about is acquiring more and more material things. And so that is why today, one of the struggles that you have as young people, that when you want to do different events and you want to talk about real issues, you have the struggle of many of your peers who've been so conditioned in this matrix that they would rather party than listen to the truth. They would rather party and shop and go to the mall than to stand up for issues of justice. They're stuck in the matrix. But you have the responsibility of helping to wake them up,
Tu as le regard d'un homme prêt à croire tout ce qu'il voit parce qu'il s'attend à s'éveiller à tout moment. Et paradoxalement, ce n'est pas tout à fait faux. Je vais te dire pourquoi tu es là. Tu es là parce que tu as un savoir que tu ne t'expliques pas, mais qui t'habite. Un savoir que tu as ressenti toute ta vie. Tu sais que le monde ne tourne pas rond sans comprendre pourquoi, mais tu le sais, comme un implant dans ton esprit. De quoi te rendre malade. C'est ce sentiment qui t'a amené jusqu'à moi. Sais-tu exactement de quoi je parle?
De la matrice.
Est-ce que tu veux également savoir ce qu'elle est? C'est là ta dernière chance. Tu ne pourras plus faire marche arrière. Choisis la pilule bleue et tout s'arrête. Après, tu pourras faire de beaux rêves et penser ce que tu veux. Choisis la pilule rouge, tu restes au pays des merveilles. Et on descend avec le lapin blanc au fond du gouffre. N'oublie pas, je ne t'offre que la vérité, rien de plus.
Si vous prenez la pilule bleue, retournez dans votre mirage que vous appelez la réalité et continuez comme avant, sans vous soucier du sort de l'humanité, de vos descendants ou de leur environnement. Changez de chaîne. Si par contre vous avez pris la pilule rouge, je vous invite à terminer cette vidéo.
In April of 1945, at the Presidio Naval Base in San Francisco, the United Nations was founded by the victors of World War II. The United Nations complex was then built in New York City on land donated by John D. Rockefeller. Shortly after the elite established the United Nations as their base in the United States, the newly formed World Council quickly began work on the next phase in their plan, the incremental formation of continental superstates. The first step in their trilateral plan was the creation of the European Union.
D'abord, tous ceux qui, dont j'ai le privilège d'avoir fait partie, ont tenu la plume pour écrire les premières versions du traité de Maastricht, on s'est bien engagé à faire en sorte que sortir ne soit pas possible. On a soigneusement oublié d'écrire l'article qui permet de sortir. C'était pas très démocratique, évidemment, mais c'était une grande garantie pour rendre les choses plus difficiles, pour nous forcer d'avancer.
Unifying Europe had been tried many times and was extremely unpopular. Where Napoleon and Hitler had failed to accomplish their goals using force, the globalists would succeed using stealth. The British spearheaded the formation of the Council of Europe on May 5, 1949. The Treaty of London claimed to only establish trade ties between European nations, like NAFTA or GATT in North America. Its true intention was the formation of a European superstate.
Le fait que tu es un esclave, Néo. Comme tous les autres, tu es né enchaîné. Le monde est une prison où il n'y a ni espoir, ni saveur, ni odeur. Une prison pour ton esprit.
In 1954, the elite of the planet met in secret at the Bilderberg Hotel in Oosterbeek, Holland. The Bilderberg Group would later admit that their mission was the formation of the EU. Once the EU was established, under the guise of trade deals, a North American Union and Asian Union would be formed. The three interlocking superstates formed the core of the global government, while the United Nations would serve as a world regulatory and enforcement body over the Third World subregions. The Bilderberg Group consists of the heads of all of the managing roundtable groups that steer individual countries. Picture the elite power structure of the world as a giant pyramid, with only the elite of the elite at the tip top of the capstone.
Si on n'a pas aujourd'hui un gouvernement mondial, on ne peut pas parler sérieusement de démocratie. Or, nous n'avons pas.
Donc elle a trouvé ses limites, la démocratie.
Elle ne trouvera son accomplissement que lorsqu'elle sera une structure avec un gouvernement mondial, des gouvernements régionaux et des gouvernements locaux.
Dans très très longtemps, on ne le verra pas.
Je n'en sais rien, mais le gouvernement mondial, il est là.
Alors, rien de tout ça n'est réel?
Qu'est-ce que le réel? Quelle est ta définition du réel? Si tu veux parler de ce que tu peux toucher, de ce que tu peux goûter, de ce que tu peux voir et sentir, alors le réel n'est seulement qu'un signal électrique interprété par ton cerveau. Ça, c'est le monde que tu connais. Le monde tel qu'il était à la fin du XXe siècle. Il n'est plus aujourd'hui qu'une parcelle de la simulation neuro-interactive que nous appelons la matrice. Tu viens d'un monde imaginaire, Néo. Voici le monde tel qu'il existe aujourd'hui. J'ai fini par admettre l'évidence de la vérité. Qu'est-ce que la matrice? Le contrôle absolu. La matrice est la simulation d'un monde imaginaire, créé dans le seul but de nous maintenir sous contrôle, jusqu'à ce que nous soyons tous transformés en ceci.
Non. Je refuse de le croire. C'est impossible.
Je n'ai pas dit que ce serait facile, Néo. J'ai dit que ce serait la vérité.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories.
La France entend poursuivre avec tous les hommes de bonne volonté le combat pour construire le nouvel ordre mondial.
We have for us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. when we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
John F. Kennedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published.